year, new grind. I got a question for you. Are you living life, or is life living you? How bad do you want to be successful? Are you ready to level up in life? Are you ready to go to that next level? Are you sick of being average? I ask you again, are you living life, or is life living you? Less than unstoppable, the international world tour. Dr. Billy Alsbrooks, coming to a city near you. I'll be teaching a 4-hour, life-changing seminar on the art of greatness. Arise, champion. Every city will sell out. Get your tickets now. This year we're taking this thing global. 27 cities, Toronto, London, Paris, Rome. We're coming to impact 1 billion people. If you are serious about success, be at one of these events. Get your tickets now at blessedandunstoppable.com. Champions are champions because they master the art of getting back up. Now, no matter what you do or how much you prepare, at some point in your life, you are gonna get knocked down. But see, for the legends, champions, warriors, and for the overcomers, no obstacle, no trial, no tribulation, no situation is strong enough to keep them there. Put that loss and defeat behind you. Awaken the giant within you. How you respond right now will define you. Tap into that greatness on the inside of you. They doubt you, so the world will try you. But don't you let anything deny you. Show the world you still have fight in you. Let them all see that champion inside of you. Let them all see that champion inside of you. Each challenge you face is a great big mirror that allows you to see inside yourself. The way you respond to struggle will reveal to the world who you really are. Being a champion isn't just about the doing part. It's about the being part. You gotta become that person. I wanna ask you this question. Are you living life, or is life living you? You keep accepting average. Why? You keep settling for average. You keep conceding to average. Why? You weren't designed to be mediocre, to be average, to be nothing less than the best warrior. Legend. Show them what a champion looks like. The bitter taste of defeat, the sting of a loss. Never again, said the champion. Whatever the cost, fight back to the day they bury me. Do or die by any righteous means necessary. I will overcome because that's who I am. Mama didn't raise no quitter. The struggle's real, but my God's bigger. Mama didn't raise no quitter. The struggle's real, but my God's bigger. Fearless. Nothing's gonna stop me. Average is the only thing that haunts me. I won't buy the lies the enemy tells me. Unstoppable. My God won't fail me. I am tiger, the lion, beast mode, vision. I dream with my eyes closed. I am tiger, the lion, beast mode, vision. I dream with my eyes closed. Hungry, dedicated to greatness. Victory's mine. I'm gonna take it. The struggle's real. The crime made me. The pain hurt, but it did not break me. The pain hurt, but it did not break me. The pain hurt, but it did not break me. Mama didn't raise no quitter. I told life, whatever you got, bring it on. My God's bigger. That's why I'm blessed and unstoppable. Legends and champions. This is Billy Alsbrooks, and my God still lives. And to him be the glory. Life is war. It's a constant battle between those that want it and those that want it more. How bad do you want it? Nothing can be denied the one who won't be denied. So I ask you again, how bad do you want it? Every day you wake up, There's a battle going on over your future. What you do today will determine your tomorrow. Now, success is about two things. It's about placement and it's about alignment. Now, when I say placement, I'm talking about your mind. You gotta place your mind on the truth. Now, you ask me, what is truth? Truth is all things are possible with God. Nothing shall be denied the one who won't be denied. That's truth. You were born a champion. Greatness is in you. That's truth. The world belongs to the bold. That's truth. The Lord did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind. Now that is truth. Place your mind on that. Now you ask me what alignment is. Alignment is merely an echo. My actions reflect what's going on the inside of my mind. And if I say, nothing could be denied the one who won't be denied, my actions will align with the activities that won't let me be denied. You understand what I'm saying? Your actions must echo what's coming out of your mouth. You want that D1 scholarship? Make a decision. Go get it. You want to play in the league, that next level? Beast mode. Go get it. You want that record deal? You want to be a pop star? Then you gotta grind. Go get it! You want to be a millionaire entrepreneur? It's do or die. You want to be a model? 120. You want that championship body? That elite physique? You gotta go all in and go get it. Are you willing to sweat and put in the hours it takes to get what you want in life? That's the question. There's a war going on between those that want it and those that want it more. Now, which one are you? You don't have to tell the world. Your work ethic and your grind will do all the talking for you. Success starts in your stomach. You gotta be hungry. Success is a marathon of consistency. Walked out one day at a time. It's a process. Stop scoreboard watching and put your focus on the things it takes to actually put points on that scoreboard. Now this is reality. The job market, because of technology, is being disrupted at a speed that we have never in history seen before. The margins are shrinking, the stakes are higher, and the room for error does not exist. I'm keeping it real. This is the environment that we are living in. Only the strong will survive. What was good enough for success last year is not good enough for this year. The struggle's real, but so is the God that will help you overcome it. Surround yourself with the sick and hungry. Only associate with those who are sick of being average and who are hungry enough to do something about it. To be successful, success must be more important to you than the rejection you will experience on the way to achieving it. Champions are only at peace when they're chasing greatness. Everything else to them makes them disgusted or super uncomfortable. Arise, champion. Success is engineered from the inside out. What do you have on the inside of you? How bad do you want it? Because this is a war between those who want it and those who want it more. When people don't support your dream, it's not that they don't believe in you, it's they don't like where they'll be sitting when your dream comes true. The world belongs to the bold and the rest are just spectators. The battle for your future has begun. From this moment forward, go to war with laziness, being insignificant, being overweight, and living financially limited. Stop trying to be everybody else and be yourself. Stay in your lane, master your craft, grind non-stop by any righteous means necessary, and eradicate anything that is an enemy of greatness. And when you're done, the world will respect, honor, and remember your name forever. There's a war going on outside. Truth is the new black, the couture for greatness. Get your t-shirts now at lessthanunstoppable.com. Join the movement. When your why for overcoming is greater than the obstacle ceases to exist. Today is the day. It's time for you to awaken the champion within you. Now, Wayne Dyer said, there's no scarcity of opportunity to make a living at what you love. There's only a scarcity of resolve to make it happen. Now, how bad do you want it? Now, the obstacle you're facing, how bad do you want it? Might seem insurmountable. How bad do you want it? I'm here to tell you, God still moves mountains today. You are made to glorify the one who sits on high. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You were made to be blessed and unstoppable. I don't want you to worry about how. I just want you to dig deep down. Your whole life is about to change right now. When you mix your passion with discipline, what other people say or think about you becomes irrelevant. You haven't even begun to touch the surface of what you're capable of doing. Day in and day out, you gotta beat on your craft until you master it. I'm not speaking right now to the physical you. I'm going deeper. I'm speaking to your spirit. That champion that resides within you. Arise. See, here's the secret. Nobody can motivate you. They can only point you to the power and energy that resides within yourself. You keep saying you want to be successful, but your work ethic, the actions you take, have to match the words that you keep saying out of your mouth. There's no goal, no obstacle, no challenge that can deny the person that masters the art of hard work. Let your grind do all the talking. You can't purchase greatness with a mediocre work habit. You keep writing a check for greatness and it keeps bouncing, coming back. Insufficient work ethic. Mediocre is a foreign language to a champion. No comprende. They don't speak mediocre. They don't speak average. Champions speak excellence, greatness, hard work, discipline, perseverance. We are champions because of that. Speak victory. Declare victory. Project victory. Chase victory. Pursue victory. Exemplify victory. Master victory. Then conquer victory. Raise your standard to that of greatness. Because you're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it to honor the God you serve. Grind and hustle are universal words recognized in every language. You gotta leverage every second of time. Give no time, energy, or resources to anything that doesn't belong in your future. If it's not moving you toward your dreams, get rid of it. The number one reason people fail is lack of focus. If you can stay focused long enough, you can achieve it. Champions are champions because they fell in love with the process that produces winning. Make practice your arts, repetition your addiction, excellence your obsession. Practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Champions practice it so many times, they forget how to ever do it wrong. Persistence and passion will make you invincible, and discipline will make you unstoppable. Success is just the accumulation of right thoughts, properly and consistently implemented. All things are possible to them that believeth. In the imagination lies an infinite world of possibilities. Those who live in her realm become the innovators that change the world. Champions make adjustments, not excuses. Those who have gained revelation of the power within are not subject to life. Life is subject to them. Your thoughts are matches. You're only one thought away from setting the whole world on fire. One great idea can change your life forever. Refuse to live a life of average. Success is a marathon of consistency, walked out one day at a time. Suffer now and live the rest of your life a champion. What price are you willing to pay for greatness? Anybody can train to be a gladiator, What marks you out is having the mindset of a champion. How bad do you want it? When your why for overcoming is greater than the obstacle ceases to exist. Billy Alsbrooks, blessed and unstoppable. Flaws, weaknesses, and struggles just like everybody else. But what separates them from the rest is that they find a way to overcome them. Be yourself, grind. Don't worry about what others say. It's a marathon, grind city every day. Be yourself, work. Don't worry about what others do. Set yourself on fire. Ain't no stopping you. Overcome, overcome, overcome. Fearless. I see that champion in your eyes. Overcome, overcome, overcome. Grind city. Like legends we rise. Overcome, overcome, overcome. Fearless. I see that champion in your eyes. Overcome, overcome, overcome. Grind city. Like legends we rise. I got a question for you. What does it take to break you? What does it take for you to give up? See, your spiritual enemy is asking that question all day long. I'm not Lionel Richie, and I'm not gonna get behind this mic and tell you that life is gonna be easy like a Sunday morning, cause it's not. It's gonna be a struggle. The struggle is real, but so is the God that will deliver you. So I ask you again, what does it take to break you? What does it take before you give up? Before you lay down? Before you stay on that mat? I don't think anybody should be called a champion until they first been beaten. Because when you've been beaten, then we find out what you really are. Anybody can keep going when everything is all good. Even quitters can do that. We call them front runners. They all good when they're out ahead. But let them get behind, then we're gonna see what they really made of. See, when you get behind in the game, when you down 14 points, and you on a national stage, how will you respond? How will you answer the bell? Champions don't bow to obstacles, they make obstacles bow to them. Get up! Be yourself, grind. Don't worry about what others say. It's a marathon, grind city every day. Be yourself, work. Don't worry about what others do. Set yourself on fire. Ain't no stopping you. Overcome, overcome, overcome. Fearless. I see that champion in your eyes. Overcome, overcome, overcome. Grind city. Like legends we rise. Overcome, overcome, overcome. Fearless. I see that champion in your eyes. Overcome, overcome, overcome. Grind city. Like legends we rise. What does it take to break you? What does the enemy have to do to make you give up? Victory starts on the inside. You gotta become on the inside bigger than your problem on the outside. Don't you give up. You gotta think like a champion. Speak like a champion. Train like a champion. And when life hits you with a brick, you gotta respond like a champion. I ask you again, what does it take to break you? What does it take to make you give up? What you think is the problem is not the real problem. Your problem is amnesia. That's right, amnesia. You done forgot who you are. You are a champion. And when you reawaken to who you are, that little problem you think is a problem, let me say it again. That little problem that you think is a problem will melt before your eyes like ice cream on a hot summer day. Success requires embracing the uncertainty. See, it's natural to want to run from trials and tribulations, to run from the struggle, to run from the tough times. But it's these moments that define you. They become the steel, the concrete, and the building blocks of real success. There can't be no testimony without first having a test. Arise, champion! Be yourself, grind. Don't worry about what others say. It's a marathon, grind city every day. Be yourself, work. Don't worry about what others do. Set yourself on fire. Ain't no stopping you. Overcome, overcome, overcome. Fearless. I see that champion in your eyes. Overcome, overcome, overcome. Grind city. Like legends we rise. Overcome, overcome, overcome. Fearless. I see that champion in your eyes. Overcome, overcome, overcome. Grind city. Like legends we rise. What does it take to break you? What does it take to make you give up? Are you bigger than your circumstance? Or is your circumstance bigger than you? Look at here, warrior. things of unwavering faith. You gotta believe. I know it's hard. I know you're in the desert right now and you don't see any fruit. You don't see anything happening in your life right now. But we don't walk by sight, we walk by faith. And faith should never be subject to outside conditions. Now to inherit the promised land, to walk in the victory, to overcome. Here's the key. You gotta master the art of blindness. You gotta go blind with your physical eyes and see the prize with your champion mind. It's only a matter of time. Victory. Be yourself. Grind. Don't worry about what others say. It's a marathon, Grind City every day. Be yourself. Don't worry about what others do. Set yourself on fire. Ain't no stopping you. Overcome, overcome, overcome. Fearless. I see that champion in your eyes. Overcome, overcome, overcome. Grind City. Like legends we rise. Overcome, overcome, overcome. Fearless. I see that champion in your eyes. Overcome, overcome, overcome. Grind City. Like legends we rise. There was a child that decided to see everything that was real as imaginary and everything imaginary as real. And when he grew up, he continued to live this way until he owned the world and everything in it. This is Billy Alsbrooks, and I am blessed and unstoppable. To God be the glory. B7U, yeah. Grind City, all day, light of fluid. Champion, don't you ever forget who you are. You an overcomer, blessed and unstoppable. Truth is the new black, the couture for greatness. Get your t-shirts now at blessedandunstoppable.com. Join the movement. The day after my dad died, we went over to the funeral home to make the arrangements. And the funeral director asked me, "What do you want to put on your dad's headstone? What's the wording?" He asked, "What do you want to put in the obituary that's going to go in the paper?" I didn't have any clue of what kind of funeral my dad wanted. We never talked about this kind of stuff. But inside making these arrangements was the last gift and the most precious one that my dad ever gave me. You see, I came to realize in that moment that I too was gonna die. And that somebody would be asking what to put on my headstone, what to put in my obituary. I mean, I had heard it all before, all the quotes. Life is short, life is precious. Live life to the fullest. Live every day like it's your last, cause one day it will be. But up until then, all that stuff was just quotes in a book. I had no understanding, no revelation, no comprehension of what they were saying until that moment at that funeral home. Then I understood life is precious. At the wake, people got up and talked about how my dad had impacted their life. Story after story after story of how my dad changed their life. One said he helped them get off drugs. Another one said he helped him overcome alcohol. Another one said he came and bailed him out of jail when he got picked up for a DUI. Another one said he came and got me on the side of the road at 2:30 a.m. in the morning when no one else would come. Another one said he taught all my sons how to play the guitar. And now they're all writing songs and playing at church. But the one thing nobody spoke about at the funeral was money. See, I'd been in the music business for the last 17 years. And all I had been chasing was money, fame, and the lust of the flesh. And not one of them mentioned any of the things that I've been chasing. And that shook me to the core. See, I had all my priorities wrong. Now, I'm not saying money's not important, that it doesn't play a role. But it just gotta be in the right order. Right there on that gravesite, I realized life was about legacy. As they lowered my dad down in that red clay mud, in that Alabama soil, I had the biggest revelation of my life. I asked myself, what do I want to be known for? What do I want them saying at my wake? What do I want them thinking when they lower me in this ground? See, I was embarrassed because if I'd have died right then and they'd been putting together my obituary, I'd have been so ashamed of what they put in there. Sometimes we need an event like what I went through in order to see ourselves for what we really are. My dad wasn't vocal, but I knew he loved me. In my whole music career, I'd been using a stage name, but I buried it that day with my daddy, and I decided to build my legacy around the name that he gave me. And the way he died unexpectedly taught me that tomorrow isn't promised. So you don't know how long you're gonna be here on this earth. You better start living now, Billy. It was 20 degrees, January 2nd, and I'm sitting there by that grave in the cold wind with the tears just coming down over and over and over. Wipe them away and they just kept coming. And this voice on the inside of me kept saying, who are you gonna be, Billy? Who are you gonna be, Billy? Who you gonna decide to be, Billy? What do you wanna leave this world, Billy? What's gonna be your legacy, Billy? When you start taking those last short breaths like your daddy did, are you gonna be content with the way you lived? Are you gonna be proud and satisfied with what you left this world? Who do you wanna be, Billy? Who do you wanna be? I don't remember much about 2008. It was just one dark cloud. I had sunk into depression. I was blaming myself for my daddy dying. If I had to got him out of that bed in the nursing home and try to put him in that wheelchair, maybe he'd still be living today. The doctors tried to comfort me and tell me that it wasn't my fault, that that blood clot could have dislodged at any time, but I still blame myself. Only if I hadn't moved. Why did I have to move him? I kept cycling those last 10 minutes of my dad's life over and over and over in my mind. Who do you want to be, Billy? Why did my daddy have to die? You better get to living, Billy. Why did I have to move him? Stop running. Who do you want to be, Billy? The week I got back to Florida, I started going back to church. I'd come in and I'd sit on the back row with my back up against the wall so nobody could see me crying. Mom and Daddy didn't raise no quitter, but Lord, I'm shattered into a million pieces, and it's hard for me to fake it. That summer in 2008, I found out my grandfather had stomach cancer, and it was terminal. Up to this point, I hadn't talked to any counselors or therapists or any of that stuff about what was going on the inside of me, the guilt and the pain and all that stuff that I was cycling about my dad every single second of the day. And it was just stacking and stacking on the inside. And now I get this news about my granddaddy, who I'm also close with. I just couldn't deal with it. It was mental and emotional overload. I felt like I was submerged in darkness, suffocating on anticipation. I can't take another phone call. My mother would call me each day and update me on my grandfather. And as he progressively got worse, each day I got more nervous. Fear started coming over me. Anxiety started building up. I got to where I wouldn't even answer the phone because I was worried about what she was gonna say. See, in this uncontrollable situation, not answering my phone gave me a little sense of control. Because if I didn't answer the phone, I didn't have to hear the news. I could check the voicemail. And I could distance myself from reality and pretend it didn't happen. and I can put reality on hold. Reality waits for no one. When I checked the voicemail and heard the news, I got in my car to drive back home. I had about a 45-minute drive, and it was on this drive that I had my second panic attack. And this time I was alone in the car, by myself, 30 minutes away from home. The side effects from the trauma that I went through with my dad is now coming full bloom. And I'm thinking in this car that I'm about to die. Every second feels like an hour. I didn't know what to do, whether to pull over on the side of the road, drive straight to the hospital, to drive home to get my wife and then go to the hospital. All these things just kept cycling over and over in my mind. I'm gonna have a heart attack. I can't breathe. Just like my daddy, I couldn't breathe. I can't breathe. Just like you did, I can't breathe. I'm gonna die just like you. You had a stroke in the car. I'm gonna stroke right down this car. What's wrong with me? I don't wanna die alone. Please, Lord, help me. If you love me, Lord, please. Who do you want to be, Billy? My mother had asked me to be one of the pallbearers for my grandfather. I hadn't told her about the panic attack, because at that time I didn't even know it was a panic attack. I thought I was just having health problems. I'm terrified on the inside, thinking that I'm gonna die, and it could happen at any second. My dad taught me that it comes in the unexpected, so I've got to stay on guard. My mind has got to protect me now. Those last 10 minutes of my dad's life have now become a ghost that haunt me, and everybody knows you can't run from a ghost. But I don't want to burden or add stress to my mother, because she's trying to deal with the loss of my grandfather. And yes, I love my granddaddy. He was special to me, but I don't want to be anywhere near that funeral home. I'm doing everything I can to hide it and not be a burden to my mother. But I had a panic attack in the parking lot. I had a panic attack in the lobby. I had a panic attack in the bathroom. And I had a panic attack while I'm carrying the casket. It got so bad I almost had to let it go. I can't let my granddaddy's casket go. Good thing about funerals is everybody else is crying too. So I just sat in the back. Now I was slave to anxiety. That night I went to the emergency room. As I was waiting on the doctors to see me, I'm sitting in the chair, reliving those final 10 minutes of my dad's life. And I'm literally going crazy in my mind, cause you can't run from yourself. The unresolved emotions overcoming me. And this thing, whatever it is, this fear and all this stuff is in my mind, and I can't see any way out. It's just dark. I'm in a room, emergency room full of people, but I'm all alone because nobody can get in my mind and help me fight this battle. It's just me and the ghost. And that ghost is winning. And this is so foreign to me because I've never had any health issues. I've always been healthy. Facts mean nothing to my mind because right now, my mind is trying to protect me. It's what they call fight or flight. My subconscious mind is now taking over. It's got the wheel, and it's controlling what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, and I can't do anything about it. I'm the type of person that has to have control of the situation, and right now I'm completely out of control. Who do you want to be, Billy? Stop asking me that. Can't you see what I'm going through? I can barely breathe. How do I fight a ghost? I can't go back and change it. Who do you want to be, Billy? Finally, this doctor comes and sees me. He's got this real calm and presence about himself, and he checked all my vitals and looked me over, and he finally said, "Son, there's nothing physically wrong with you. What you're experiencing is anxiety and panic attacks. I'm gonna write you a prescription, and when you get back to Florida, you go see a therapist." Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal. From living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen. New doors of opportunity will open, and favor will begin to chase you down. Blessed and Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get your copy at blessedandunstoppable.com. Also available on Amazon. Blessed and Unstoppable. Impact 1 billion people. Legacy. It's all about legacy. We got a 4-point strategy for reaching the globe. Stage 1, put out the book. The book so far, 600,000 in sales, on the way to 7, sold in 27 countries. Part 2, streaming, Spotify, YouTube, Pandora, Google Play, all of that. Number 3, the tour. We're taking that Blessed and Unstoppable tour to the top 40 cities in the United States of America for phase 1, then to the globe. And number 4, today what we are here for is to launch B7U clothing. This brand will allow you to wear on the outside what you are on the inside. The B standing for blessed, the U standing for unstoppable. Now you always ask me, what does the 7 mean? What does the 7 mean in all the clothing line here? The 7 is the spiritual number for completion. It's symbolic. You'll see inside the 7, you see the cross. You see the 3-point crown, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. Then you see the 5-point star. Each star point represents a letter in grace. Because see, when you're anchored in grace, rooted in purpose, aggressively pursuing your calling, only then are you blessed and unstoppable. B7U clothing, wear your identity. Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal. From living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen. New doors of opportunity will open, and favor will begin to chase you down. Blessed and Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get your copy at blessedandunstoppable.com. Also available on Amazon.